but a rebel, yeah, rebel you are. And as a rebel you can go where the wind blows. So, hi and welcome to episode 3 of Always a Rebel live stream and podcast. For you that doesn't know me already, I'm Jon Magnusson. I'm a songwriter, musician, and apparently now also a podcaster. I'm actually a bit shocked by how much this has grown in just 2 weeks, especially the podcast version. So thanks to everyone for tuning in and spreading the word about it. The show isn't just available through my regular channels like YouTube, Spotify and iTunes, but thanks to my friend Don, it's also available on Live 107, and the video podcast is also part of Sunset Television in the US. So an extra hello to those tuning in there. As usual, I'm going to do a little update and some shout-outs. Then after the first song, the topic of today, which is why I love music. I think you'll find it very interesting and hopefully also quite inspiring. Evening, Billy. Great to see you here. You're one of the regulars. I think you have seen all the shows here. It's always great to see you here. If anyone else is watching this live, please leave a comment or like the video. That helps a lot getting it to spread. I'm going to ask you a question. Anyhow, here's a little shout out for today. Actually, everyone who joins my messenger channel or mailing list gets 4 little stories, one each day, to get to know me a little better and why I became a musician. So I got a very nice comment from one of those from Mark, and he writes, "That was a great read, Jon. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us." Well, thank you very much, Mark, and all of those who keep sending me feedback and kind words. That's why I keep doing this. If you want to get a shout out on the podcast, let me know what you think about my music, share an anecdote with me, ask me a question or anything else you can come up with. You can leave a comment or even better send me an email on info@jonmagnusson.se. That's info@jonmagnusson.se or via messenger m.me jonmagnussonof. Besides the music itself, the direct connection I'm able to have is actually the most fun with being an independent artist, and I will definitely talk more about that on upcoming episodes. Well, the topic of today is why I love music, and I will answer that just right after the first song of tonight. This is an unreleased song that will be recorded and released later this year, and the working name of it is A Different Kind of Madness. Nothing easy to acknowledge. No cure, no easy name. I am on fire and you can never put it out. Not with water, carbonated, nor with ice. Take some time just to I am on fire and you should never put it out. Now with water, carbonated or with ice. I am on fire and you should never put it out. Now with water, carbonated nor with ice. Thank you very much. Let's see, I know there are some people watching here on Facebook. Please leave a comment so I can shout out to you, because I can't see that they are watching otherwise. Anyhow, last episode I was talking about how I got started playing music in the Swedish Municipal Music School and what a game changer that was for me. And ever since the first note, music has been my biggest passion. There has been periods in my life when I haven't played that much, but I always been bringing music with me. From my days as a huge Metallica fan, I was a hard rocker once, to the time when I discovered punk and when I dived into the world of indie pop and rock music. Hi Veronica, great to see you here. What amazes me with music is how diverse it can be and still be amazing. From the simplest 3-chord punk song to an advanced modern jazz composition. For me, no matter how simple or complex the music is, what I want is for the music to mediate feelings. And even better, a lot of feelings at the same time. The best music is bittersweet like life itself. The only type of music I can't really stand is modern pop, since it's so streamlined and most of it follows a pretty obvious formula, not leaving much room for dynamics or edge. Edge is actually something I also look for in music, be it a saxophone note that almost crackles, a vocal that sounds like the singer tears his or her heart out, or a drum groove that unconsciously makes me start tapping my feet. I actually realized I could go on and on about why I love music forever, and I don't think you or me have that much time, so I think I have to develop this subject in upcoming episodes as well, and also bring in some of my own inspirations. So instead, let's go to song number 2 of tonight, and since the first song I was playing is a totally new one, now I'm going to play the first song I wrote in English. It might be available somewhere on the internet if you search for it, or I can actually leave a link for you to download it in the description to this podcast or in the comments to the video. Anyhow, I wrote this song as a tribute to a group of friends who I went traveling with through Europe in our early 20s. And after that, I'm gonna interpret one of my personal favorite songs of all time and explain why that song is too special for me. So stay tuned. But first, here is Belong. You met me at the train station. We wanted to get away. Our first stop was Paris and then we went to London. And then we went to Amsterdam just to get high. We followed the wind to the streets of Barcelona. And I wanna take you home to the place you belong. Thank you very much. Really cool to see some people commenting that they are here. I know quite a lot of people has gone to listen to the podcast version, leaving the actual people watching it live a little bit down, but I think that's totally okay. I rather see people being able to take part of this than not to be able. So the podcast version is actually really, really good. But speaking of love of music, there is a time in your life, or at least in mine, when a song just hits you and gives you a kick that's pretty out of this world. I do have to admit that it happened a lot more when I was younger, but it can still happen from time to time. And the cover of today is maybe the song that made the biggest impact on me. First time I heard it was in the Swedish classic youth movie Fucking Åmål at the age of 12. At the time there was no Google, so it took me another 3 years to find it again. And when I did, a new love was born for indie pop and rock music. The band was Swedish indie pop legends Broder Daniel, and the song is Whirlwind. The only one I loved, she was a superstar. The only one I loved, she was a superstar. The only one I loved, she was a superstar. Hey Magnus. I dream a dream that can come true. I could never be with her. I dream a dream that can come true. Yeah, 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 yeah. The only one I love, she was a superstar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I was a whirlwind, I could sweep her heart away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tacka Magnus. Ooh, I am a weak heart. I am a weak heart to break, and a last sculpt to take, a last sculpt to take. If I was a whirlwind and she's just a superstar. Thank you very much. That was Whirlwind by Broder Daniel. I hope you enjoyed my version of it, and I can highly recommend you looking up the original. Still today, one of my absolute favorite songs. And if you want me to play any specific cover or any songs in general, let me know. Now we have come to the end of tonight's show, and I want to thank you again for tuning in. And I love to hear from you. Why do you love music? And do you want me to talk about a certain topic, or do you have a question for me? Just leave a comment on whatever platform you are listening on, or even better, send me an email on info@jonmagnusson.se or via Messenger m.me Jon Magnusson OF. And next week I will be talking a bit more about my own inspiration and role models when it comes to music, and some of it might be a bit unsuspected, so don't miss it. And now nothing more left to do than to play the outro music again. Thank you very much. Take care. But a rebel, yeah, rebel you are. And as a rebel